The snow fell in relentless sheets over Manhattan that New Year's Eve, blanketing the city in a deceptive hush that masked the pulse of its underbelly. Streetlights flickered like dying stars through the flurry, casting long shadows on the sidewalks crammed with revelers stumbling from bars, their laughter brittle against the biting wind. Lily Whitmore pushed through the throng outside a nondescript midtown lounge, her breath fogging the air, cheeks numb from the cold that seeped through her thin wool coat. She was 32, orphaned since her teens by a car wreck that left her with a trust fund and a hollow ache no amount of courtroom victories could fill. Another holiday alone, her apartment waited with its sterile silence, a bottle of cheap champagne, and the echo of colleagues' pitying texts. She rubbed her gloved hands together, squinting at her phone's glowing screen. The Uber app blinked, ETA 2 minutes. Black SUV, license plate ending in 7Z3. There, idling at the curb, exhaust curling like smoke signals, windows tinted to oblivion. She didn't hesitate. The door handle was cold under her fingers, slick with melting ice. It gave with a soft click, and she slid into the back seat, the leather creaking under her weight, enveloping her in a cocoon of warmth that smelled faintly of expensive cologne and gun oil. Relief washed over her, the heat blasted like a promise of escape. "Thanks for waiting," she murmured, tucking her scarf away, eyes on her phone as she typed a quick note to her assistant about a deposition brief. The partition was up, solid black glass separating her from the driver, but she caught a glimpse in the rear view, a sharp profile, jaw set like forged steel, eyes the color of glacial ice reflecting the dash lights. Handsome, in a predatory way. She shivered, attributing it to the chill clinging to her clothes. The car didn't move. Seconds stretched. Lily glanced up, frowning. "Everything okay up there?" No response. A low chuckle rumbled from the front, deep and devoid of humor, sending a prickle down her spine. Then, the central lock engaged, ka-thunk, heavy and final, like the bolt on a cage door. Her heart stuttered. She yanked at the handle, it didn't budge. Panic bloomed, hot and sharp. "Hey! Open the door!" She pounded the window, her fist muffled against the bulletproof glass. The partition slid down with mechanical smoothness, revealing the man in full, Vincent Moretti, though she didn't know his name yet. Mid-40s, built like a weapon, broad shoulders straining a tailored black overcoat, a scar tracing his left cheekbone from temple to jaw, silver threading his dark hair at the temples. His eyes locked on hers in the mirror, unblinking, assessing. He was the shadow behind half the city's headlines: disappearances, turf wars, empires built on blood and bent judges. Men whispered his name in fear, women vanished into his orbit, never quite the same. "You're not leaving, Dove," he said, the words landing like a verdict, his voice a gravelly baritone laced with faint Italian inflection. Dove, for her wide brown eyes, soft and startled like a forest creature caught in headlights, or so he'd think later. Lily's blood turned to ice. "What the hell is this? Let me out, now. I'll scream." But the street noise swallowed her threat, revelers too drunk to notice. Vincent didn't flinch. He shifted the SUV into gear, pulling smoothly into traffic, the city lights streaking past like prison bars closing in. "Scream all you want. No one's hearing." She lunged for the partition button, he hit a switch, and it sealed again. Her phone, signal dead, jammed somehow. She clawed at the doors, the panic rising into nausea. This wasn't a mix-up. Those eyes promised control, absolute and unforgiving. They wove through the gridlock, crossing the bridge to Brooklyn, then vanishing into the labyrinth of industrial backstreets where the glittering skyline gave way to warehouses and chain-link fences patrolled by shadows. Lily's mind raced. Should she plead? Fight? Offer money? Her law degree screamed kidnapping statutes, but Vincent Moretti operated beyond them. He glanced back once, lips curving in a ghost of a smile. "Sit tight, Dove. World's about to get interesting." Minutes bled into eternity. The SUV descended into an underground garage, tires humming over polished concrete, emerging into a private elevator bay. Doors opened to a penthouse fortress, marble floors veined with gold, walls lined in dark wood and steel safes, floor-to-ceiling windows blacked out against the night. Armed men in suits materialized like specters, nodding deference. Vincent killed the engine, turned fully to face her. "Welcome home." She bolted from the car the second he unlocked it, bare heels skidding on tile as she sprinted for the elevator. A guard blocked her effortlessly, massive hand on her shoulder. Vincent was there in 2 strides, gripping her wrist, not bruising, but ironclad. Running already? We haven't even talked. Up close, he dwarfed her, his presence a gravitational pull laced with menace. She twisted free, backing against a wall, chest heaving. Who are you? Why me? He stepped closer, invading her space, the heat of him clashing with her fear. Vincent Moretti. And you? Wrong place, wrong time. Heard too much back there. Back there, flashes hit her, as she climbed in, muffled voices from the front, a deal souring. That prick Rizzo tried to skim. Handle it. Gunshots? No, she dismissed the pops as fireworks. Her stomach dropped. Witness. He released her, gesturing to a bar cart gleaming with crystal decanters. Drink. You'll need it. She didn't move. Guards melted away at his nod, leaving them alone in the vast space, the city's distant hum a mocking reminder of freedom lost. Vincent poured bourbon, neat, and extended the glass. His fingers brushed hers, electric, deliberate. You overheard a family matter. In my world, that means you're mine until I say otherwise. Lily snatched the glass, gulping fire that steadied her shaking hands. Your world? I'm calling the cops. FBI. This is insane. He laughed outright then, a sound both chilling and magnetic. Cops? Half my payroll. Feds? Watching from afar. Drink up, Dove. Night's young. Hours blurred in that gilded cage. He didn't touch her beyond that fleeting contact, but his gaze stripped her bare, cataloging her trembling lips, the defiance sparking in her eyes despite the terror. He paced like a panther, phone buzzing with terse updates. Rizzo's handled. Clean. She pieced it together from fragments. His empire spanned construction rackets, underground fights, ports where shipments arrived unmarked. Vincent poured more bourbon, settling into a leather armchair across from her perch on the sofa's edge. Tell me about you. She spat questions back, demands for release, threats of lawsuits. He answered sparingly, his calm a weapon. Born in Little Italy to a made man gunned down young, clawed his way up through blood oaths and broken bones. No wife, no heirs, betrayals had taught him solitude. Until now, he added, eyes darkening as they traced her throat. Dawn crept in, gray light filtering through armored glass. Exhaustion clawed at her, but sleep was impossible with him watching, a sentinel of smoke and shadow. Nana Rosa's voice echoed later from a call he took, sharp Italian scolding him for bringing home strays. He smirked, hanging up. Family's curious. You'll meet them soon. Lily's resolve hardened amid the fear. She was no damsel. She'd survived courtrooms of sharks. This man was just bigger teeth. But as Vincent stood, shrugging off his coat to reveal a holstered pistol snug against ribs marked with faded ink, a raven in flight, she felt the first treacherous pull. Danger incarnate, yes. But alive in a way her empty life never had been. The doors were locked, the world outside forgotten. Her nightmare had just begun, laced with a forbidden thrill she couldn't name. Vincent's voice cut the silence. Get some rest, Dove. Tomorrow, we play for keeps. Weeks melted into a suffocating rhythm within the confines of Vincent Moretti's Long Island estate, a sprawling compound masquerading as a mansion but fortified like a medieval keep, high stone walls topped with razor wire, motion sensors humming invisibly in the manicured gardens, and guards patrolling in rotating shifts, their eyes hidden behind mirrored shades. The main house loomed over it all, Georgian facade hiding a labyrinth of steel-reinforced rooms, panic rooms disguised as closets, and a basement arsenal that could arm a small army. Lily Whitmore paced the opulent guest suite allotted to her, king bed draped in Egyptian cotton, en-suite marble bath stocked with La Mer creams she neither wanted nor used, floor-to-ceiling windows offering views of the gated driveway where Vincent's black SUVs came and went like predatory sharks. Locks clicked only from the outside, escape hatches were myths. She'd tested every door, every vent, her lawyer's mind mapping weaknesses, but Vincent's security was a masterpiece of paranoia honed by decades of enemies. Her first full day dawned with a sharp rap at the door, followed by the clatter of a breakfast tray slid through, espresso strong enough to strip paint, cornetti dusted with powdered sugar, fresh figs from some private greenhouse. No silverware sharp enough to improvise a shank. Lily devoured it anyway, fueled by the gnawing void in her stomach. By noon, boredom warred with dread, she rifled the mahogany desk, finding only blank notepads and a burner phone sans SIM. Then came the voice, cracked with age but commanding as a general's. "Bambina, you gonna hide all day?" The door swung open, revealing Nana Rosa, a diminutive force of nature in a floral housecoat, silver hair pinned in a severe bun, eyes sharp as switchblades behind cat-eye glasses. 78 if a day, widowed twice over from family business, she moved with the assurance of someone who'd buried more bodies than most men dug graves. Rosa bustled in uninvited, trailing maids with armfuls of clothes, designer sheaths, lingerie in black lace that made Lily's cheeks burn, heels that screamed seduction. "Vincent says you need proper. This?" She pinched Lily's borrowed sweater with disdain. "Rag for washerwoman." Lily stiffened, arms crossed. "I'm not staying. This is kidnapping." Rosa waved it off like cigarette smoke. "Pfft, kidnapping? He saved you from street wolves. Now, you fix my boy. Hard black as tar since his Fratello died. You, soft eyes, fire mouth. Perfect medicine." Before Lily could protest, Rosa commandeered the vanity, barking orders in rapid Italian-English hybrid, brushing her hair into glossy waves, dabbing rouge on her lips. "Wedding first. Then babies. Luca needs cousins." "Wedding?" Lily's blood ran cold. "You're insane. I'm leaving." Rosa's grip tightened on her chin, eyes boring in. "Leave? Over my cold dead. Vincent needs wife. You wear his ring, make honest. Tradition." Luca arrived that afternoon, Vincent's 7-year-old nephew, a moppet with Moretti cheekbones and solemn eyes too old for his face. Dropped off by a stern aunt, he toddled straight to Lily, clutching a crumpled drawing of a lopsided family, stick figures under a crooked sun. "Zio Vinny said you're staying. Draw with me." His tiny hand slipped into hers, warm and trusting, melting the ice around her heart. They sprawled on the Persian rug, crayons scattering, Luca chattering about school fights he'd won, gelato flavors ranked by secret worth, his parents, gone on big trip, code for a car bomb 2 years back. Lily spun tales of brave lawyers toppling dragons, her voice softening despite herself. Luca beamed, dubbing her story auntie, hugging her waist before his minder whisked him away. In that moment, isolation cracked. For the first time since her parents' funeral, someone needed her. Vincent kept his distance those first days, shadows of him glimpsed in hallways, barking orders into phones, sleeves rolled to reveal corded forearms etched with tattoos, a crowned skull, Latin script reading Mors Vincit Omnia. But nightfall brought collision. Lily, sleepless, slipped to the library, a cavern of leather-bound tomes and flickering gas lamps, seeking distraction in legal thrillers. Footsteps echoed. Vincent filled the doorway, shirt unbuttoned at the collar, exposing a chest dusted with dark hair and old scars like roadmap of vendettas. "Can't sleep, Dove?" His voice wrapped around her like smoke. She clutched the book like a shield. "Not with you lurking." He advanced, plucking it away, reading the spine with a smirk. "King of thrillers? Try living it." Cornered against oak shelves, she shoved his chest, solid as oak itself. "Let me go, Vincent. This ends now." His hand caught her wrist mid-push, thumb pressing her pulse point, feeling it rabid. Go where? Back to frozen dinners and empty bed? How did he know? Hacked her life already, no doubt. Rage flared, she kneed for his groin. He twisted, pinning her with hips to the shelves, breath hot on her neck. Feisty. I like. His free hand tangled in her hair, tilting her face up. Lips crashed down, not gentle, acclaiming that bruised and ignited, tongue demanding entry she fought then yielded to in a haze of fury-laced heat. She bit him, he growled, grinding against her, arousal evident. Mine to break, Dove. He released her abruptly, stepping back, eyes stormy. Sleep. Guards watch. Staggering to her room, Lily touched swollen lips, hating the ache low in her belly. Captor. Monster. Why did his touch linger like fire? The drive-by shattered the fragile stasis 3 nights later. Gunfire erupted at dusk, rival crew in a speeding Escalade, spraying the estate gates with AK rounds that pinged off armored glass. Alarms wailed, Vincent materialized in the foyer, barking coordinates, Glock drawn. Lily froze in the hall, heart hammering. Down. He tackled her behind a couch, body shielding hers as bullets chewed plaster. His weight crushed reassuringly, she smelled leather, blood, him. Silence fell, he rose, firing precise shots that dropped 2 assailants before choppers, his private security, swarmed. Blood trickled from a graze on his bicep. In the aftermath, medics patched him while Lily knelt, pressing gauze, hands steady from courtroom poise. "Idiot," she muttered. His good hand cupped her jaw, thumb tracing her lip. "My dove. Saved again." Nana crowed from the sidelines. "See? Fate. Wedding next week." Isolation eroded. Luca's daily visits became ritual, drawing sessions evolving to fort building with silk pillows, his giggles chasing shadows. Rosa invaded with cooking lessons, handmade ravioli filled with ricotta, tales of Vincent as a boy stealing limoncello from cellars. He protects. Fierce like Papa. Vincent's rare intrusions deepened the web, a shared scotch by the fire, his fingers brushing hers as he spoke of lost brother Marco, gunned in a setup Vincent avenged in rivers of blood. Tension simmered, touches lingering, his hand on her lower back guiding her to dinner, eyes darkening when she wore Rosa's gifted silk dress clinging like sin. One evening, after Luca's bedtime story, Vincent cornered her in the kitchen, flour dusting her cheeks from dough kneading. "You're weaving in," he murmured, backing her to the island, mouth claiming neck in open-mouthed heat. She arched despite sanity's scream, fingers clutching his shirt until guards' footsteps forced retreat. By week's end, escape plots fizzled, perimeter sweeps foiled her window climb, sedatives in nightcaps thwarted sleepwalking tries. Vincent's world seeped in, overhearing deals in the study, bodies, handled, vanishing into the bay. Yet amid terror, tendrils of belonging sprouted, Luca's hugs, Rosa's gruff affection, Vincent's gaze stripping her to bone, awakening hungers long buried. Hate. Yes. Run? Impossible. Fight? Every glance his way. But when he whispered "Dove" in the dark hall, pulse thundering, she wondered if the cage was forging her anew, or if she'd forged the key to his. The estate walls closed tighter, but so did something perilously like home. Isolation within Vincent Moretti's fortified estate warped time into a fever dream of gilded captivity, where days blurred under the weight of enforced intimacy and the constant hum of distant threats. Lily Whitmore's world shrank to echoing corridors lined with Renaissance oils depicting conquests, a gym where she pounded treadmills to exhaustion plotting futile escapes, and the solarium where Nana Rosa held court with her rosary beads and conspiracy theories about federal wiretaps. Guards nodded deferentially now, murmuring "Signora" after Rosa's edicts, though Lily snarled corrections. Her burner phone, finally granted under Vincent's watchful eye, connected only to a monitored line. No calls out, just endless voicemails from puzzled colleagues assuming her deposition, vacation. Legal briefs arrived via courier, but her focus splintered, every signature mocked her stasis. Vincent's presence loomed omnipresent yet elusive, a ghost in tailored suits vanishing into war rooms for hours, returning with faint bruises blooming like dark flowers under crisp collars. He shattered the distance one rain-lashed morning, striding into the gym where Lily shadowboxed a heavy bag, sweat plastering her tank top, breaths ragged with pent fury. "Good form, Dove. Channel that." Shirtless, he shed his jacket, revealing a physique sculpted by survival, rippling abs scarred from knife fights, shoulders broad enough to carry empires. He tossed her gloves, motioning to an adjacent range partitioned by ballistic glass. Lesson time. Hesitant, she followed. He'd converted a wine cellar into a private armory, racks gleaming with Berettas, Glocks, custom ARs. Vincent selected a compact Sig Sauer P365, loading it with practiced flick. Enemies don't debate. Grip like this. His hands enveloped hers, calluses rough against her palms, body heat seeping through as he aligned her stance. The first shot bucked, she flinched. He pressed closer, chest to her back, murmuring corrections. "Breathe out. Sight picture. Squeeze. Pop pop." Bullseyes starred the target. Hours passed in staccato rhythm, his praise a gravelly rumble. "That's my girl," igniting sparks low and traitorous. By end, her arms ached, but power hummed in her veins. He holstered his piece, eyes devouring her flush. "World's not kind. Now you bite back." Nana Rosa escalated her matrimonial crusade that week, transforming the dining hall into a war room of lace swatches and caterer portfolios. "Vincent needs air. You, fertile hips, smart mouth for babies." Lily recoiled amid tool samples, but Rosa pinned her with tales of arranged unions forging dynasties. My Giovanni? Took me kicking. Now look, Empire. Luca amplified the siege, presenting a finger-painted invitation, Auntie Lily plus Zio Vinny forever. His innocence pierced deeper than any lock. Evenings devolved into family tableaux, Vincent carving osso buco at candlelit tables, his rare smile softening for Luca's antics, Rosa quizzing Lily on Sicilian recipes. Tension crackled under civility, Vincent's foot nudged hers beneath damask cloths, a silent claim sending shivers racing. Intimacy detonated on a tempestuous night, thunder rattling armored panes as lightning clawed the sky. Lily stormed the study after overhearing Vincent's call, double the guard on her. No leaks, fury propelling her through double doors. He lounged at the desk, ledgers open to columns of laundered millions, decanter half empty. Spying, Dove? She hurled a crystal ashtray. He caught it midair, rising like a storm front. Let me go. I'm not your pet. He closed distance in predator strides, slamming her against the desk, papers scattering. Pet? You're my fucking salvation. Mouth crashed on hers, devouring, teeth nipping lip, tongue plundering with ownership. She clawed his shirt open, nails raking chest hair. He growled, yanking her leggings down, fingers delving to find her slick despite rage. Liar's body, he taunted, binding wrists overhead with his silk tie knotted to a drawer pull. Exposed, she writhed as he knelt, mouth claiming core in merciless lapse, tongue circling clit until she shattered, sobs mingling with pleas. Rising, he freed himself, thick, veined length springing free, and thrust home, deep and unrelenting, desk shuddering under onslaught. Say it, mine. She gasped, denials fractured by aftershocks, body arching into possession. He withdrew at edge, flipping her, reclaiming from behind with slaps echoing like gunfire. Release hit them simultaneous, his roar muffled in her hair, collapsing in sweat-slick tangle. Dawn found her unbound, curled against him, his arm banded possessively. Hate curdled with hunger, she'd crossed into his thrall. Shadows encroached midweek. Vincent's study safe yielded a leather ledger during a solo raid, her name inscribed, Dove, witness debt, life saved X3, Rizzo over here, drive-by shield, mole trace. Collateral, indefinite. Betrayal stung, she'd been ledgered like contraband. Confrontation brewed, but duty intruded, Luca's fever spiked, Nanny panicking. Lily took charge, dosing Tylenol from the kit, rocking him through delirium with lullabies from her fractured childhood. Vincent watched from doorway, expression fracturing, vulnerability raw. You handle him better than blood. Later, tending his bicep graze reopened in a sparring mishap, she stitched under lamplight, needle-piercing flesh as words spilled. Am I just debt? His hand covered hers. Debt? You're the crack in my armor, Dove. The family dinner climaxed the chapter's chaos, Nana's orchestrated spectacle in the grand ballroom. Crystal chandeliers aglow, long oak table groaning under antipasti, porchetta crackling golden, Burrolo decanted to breathe. 24 made men assembled, tattooed enforcers in ill-fit tuxes, whispers of territory seated. Vincent at head, Lily to his right in emerald silk that plunged daringly. Tension thickened over veal saltimbocca, whispers of a traitor surfaced, underboss Frankie Greco, eyes darting, sweating Chianti. Lily's legal instincts flared mid-toast, that shipment manifest, dates don't match port logs. Heads turned, Vincent's gaze sharpened. Explain. She dissected aloud, spotting embezzlement patterns from her corporate days. Greco paled, Vincent signaled subtly. Dessert never arrived, guards dragged a sputtering Frankie to the cells, Vincent's nod to Lily electric with approval. Brains and beauty. Deadly. Later, in victory haze, he pulled her to the balcony, rain-slicked air cooling fevered skin, hands roaming under dress. You saved us tonight. Their coupling against balustrade was frantic, urgent, his possession fiercer, whispering fragments of past, orphaned at 12 when father fell to Colombians, rising through teen hits, brother's betrayal laced death fueling endless war. You see me, Dove. Not the throne. Discovery sealed the fracture, midnight wanderings unearthed Vincent's full ledger in a hidden drawer, dozens marked, paid in blood, but hers open-ended, initial, rescue, annotated, Dove overheard Rizzo, engineered pickup for leverage/void fill. Orchestrated? Rage boiled, she hurled the book at his bedroom door pre-dawn. He emerged tousled, absorbing the tirade. Truth hurts? Yes, I maneuvered. But staying? That's you. Fists flew, he pinned without harm, foreheads touching. Fight me, dove. Makes claiming sweeter. She shoved free, storming to Luca's room for solace, the boy's sleepy cuddle a lifeline. Vincent lingered in shadows, watching, his crack widening, her pull inexorable. Amid bullets dodged and vows unspoken, armor dented on both sides, the estate's walls whispered of fractures mending in fire. Lily glimpsed the man beyond monster, lonely emperor craving her light in eternal dark. Yet ledgers lied, and trust bled slow. Cataclysm rent the fragile equilibrium of Vincent Moretti's empire with surgical brutality, erupting at midnight when the casino flagship, the gilded behemoth in Atlantic City funneling millions through slots and high-roller pits, detonated in a symphony of fireballs and shattering glass. Alarms screamed across feeds in the estate's war room, monitors flickering with chaos, rival enforcers in ski masks planting C4 under poker tables, getaway vans screeching into night. Vincent's face hardened to granite as he strapped on Kevlar, barking troop deployments. Lily, roused from fitful sleep by the commotion, hovered at the periphery, heart seizing when Nana Rosa clutched her rosary, muttering imprecations. Luca, Rosa gasped, Vincent's nephew, stashed at the casino daycare during a family fun night Vincent had orchestrated to lure rats. Kidnapped in the melee, the boy a 7-year-old pawn in a vendetta chess game. Vincent's roar echoed, mobilize every soldier. I want heads. Lily's legal acumen ignited amid panic. She commandeered a laptop, cross-referencing security cams with shipment manifests from the library ledger. Wait, plate on the van matches a shell corp I spotted in Frankie's books. Colombians rerouted through Jersey docks. Vincent paused mid-reload, eyes narrowing appraisal. Decoded. Fingers flew across keys, unraveling encrypted texts pilfered from Greco's phone post-interrogation, coordinates for a derelict warehouse in Red Hook, ransom demand scrawled in blood-red emojis, Luca's life for Vincent's waterfront territories. Their bluffing strength, Lily analyzed, voice steady as deposition cross-exams. Overextended supply lines from that Bolivia bust last month. Vincent gripped her shoulders, intensity crackling. You're in my head now, Dove. Let's end this. The warehouse loomed under sodium lamps, a rusting hulk by fetid waters, air thick with diesel and decay. Vincent's convoy rolled silent, 6 Escalades bristling with AR-15s, snipers on rooftops. Lily insisted inclusion, concealed in tactical vest over silk blouse, Sig Sauer holstered from range lessons. Asset, not liability, she'd argued, his reluctant nod sealed pact. Tension coiled as they breached shadows, Colombian sentries dropping to suppressed shots. Inside, Luca dangled from chains in a meat locker, tear-streaked but defiant, tiny fists clenched. Rival boss Raul Vargas, scarred panther from Medellin diaspora, gold chains glinting, lounged on crates, pistol to the boy's temple. Moretti. Territories or the kid's brains paint walls. Vincent stepped into light, hands raised, voice lethal calm. Name price, Cabron. Lily's mind word from concealment, she'd palmed a burner during infill, texting traced burner pings to Vincent's earpiece. East corner, sniper nest. Flank left. He signaled subtly, shots cracked, Vargas's guards crumpling. Chaos exploded, lead symphony, crates splintering, acrid smoke. Vincent lunged, tackling Vargas, fists pulverizing face in bone-crunching rhythm. Lily darted for Luca, slicing chains with bolt cutters swiped from a workbench, scooping the sobbing boy into cover. Anti-safe, she whispered, shielding his ears from carnage. Vincent dispatched Vargas with a neck snap, blood spray arcing, then turned, gut blooming crimson from a dying guard's shank. He staggered, Lily dragged him behind cover, pressing belt as tourniquet, her hands slick with his life. Stay with me, you bastard. Medevac choppers thundered in, extraction swift, Luca helicoptered home while Vincent flatlined twice en route to private clinic. Hospital vigil blurred days into haze, sterile beeps, antiseptic sting, Vincent pale under crisp sheets, IVs dripping morphine. Nana Rosa stormed halls, berating surgeons, Luca clung to Lily's lap, fever dreams muttering, Zio strong. Alone with the comatose kingpin, Lily confessed fragments to his still form, courtroom isolation masking orphan voids, fleeting flings paling against his storm. His eyes fluttered open at dawn, hand finding hers. Dove, you pulled me back. Vulnerability stripped him bare, no emperor, just man cracked by near loss. Luca breathed because of you. My world, it's poison. But you? Antidote. She traced his scar. Then purge it. His grip tightened. For you? Maybe. Nana Rosa seized momentum, declaring the hospital wing ground zero for matrimonial machinations. Priests summoned under omerta vows, a family ritual bypassing civil frippery, candles flickering on antique altar, incense curling like ghosts. Made men ring the space, witnesses to blood oath. Vincent, bandaged but unbowed, donned simple black suit, Lily in ivory lace Nana smuggled, trembling under weight of eyes. Vows exchanged in guttural Italian, ti passadero per semper, I possess you forever. Vincent slid black diamond ring, flawless solitaire crowning twisted eternity band, over her knuckle, sealing with kiss bruising and tender, tongue staking claim amid murmurs. Rosa wept triumph, now official. Baby's next. Passion reignited in private recovery suite post-rite, dimmed lights casting shadows on medical rails. Vincent tugged her atop sheets, bandages no barrier. Wife, he growled, hands roaming curves, peeling lace to bare skin. She straddled, grinding slow torment, nail-scoring pecs. Husband. Union feral, her riding waves of his girth, walls clenching as he thrust up savage despite wounds, growling possession into neck bites marking pale throat. Climax shattered them, body slick, his seed spilling deep in vow of airs. Afterglow tangled limbs, he murmured truths, tracked your Uber that night. Rizzo skimmed, you climbed in perfect. Needed witness leverage, but void deeper. Brother gone, Nana fading, Luca alone. You filled cracks. Betrayal's ledger scorched fresh, midnight revelation in clinic safe, Vincent's orchestration not impulse but calculated, her rescue bait to ensnare softness for his barren throne. Fury ignited dawn confrontation, Lily hurling ring across room. Pawn. Not fate. He rose wincing, caging her against monitors. Calculated? Yes. Fallen for you? Real as this scar. Fists balled, she struck chest, he absorbed, pulling into bruising embrace. Hate me, Dove. Fuels fire. Luca's cry from adjoining room halted war, boy bolting in, clambering between, cementing fractures mend. Rosa crowed from doorway, see? Family unbreakable. Heist prelude shadowed recovery, territories demanded reclamation. Vincent plotted waterfront coup from bed charts, Lily decoding legalese loopholes to seize deeds legally, her mind weapon sharper than steel. Intimacy-laced strategy sessions, his fingers tracing thigh under conference table, whispers promising rewards delivered in locked bays, her bent over hoods, claimed amid engine hums. Luca's recovery mirrored theirs, boys' hugs tighter, dubbing Lily Mama Shadow. Estate pulsed renewed, guards doubled, rivals' whispers quelled by Vargas's void. Yet Ledger's ghost lingered, trust threading fragile through passion's forge. Vincent's empire teetered, Lily enthroned its heart, possession mutual in blood-wrought vows. Darkness beckoned final gambit, love's chains binding tighter than any cage. Orchestrated retribution crescendoed to Inferno's peak in Red Hook's forsaken warehouse district, where derelict silos hulkied like tombstones under harvest moon's baleful glow, the East River's brackish lap a dirge for the damned. Vincent Moretti, sutures fresh from gut wound but fire unquenched, marshaled his legions, 40 hardened soldiers in black tactical gear, suppressed M4s slung, faces blackened warpaint evoking ancient vendettas. Lily Whitmore, no longer fragile witness but forged consort, moved at his flank, Kevlar hugging curves under leather jacket, her Sig Sauer holstered beside his custom Desert Eagle, brown eyes steely from range-honed precision. Luca safe at estate under Nana Rosa's iron watch, the duo infiltrated shadows, air electric with Vendetta's charge. Rival remnants, Vargas's diehards, Colombian cartel stragglers fused with local Irish mobs, barricaded the central depot, crates stacked high with seized heroin bricks and laundered cash, floodlights carving harsh geometries. Snipers perched catwalks first, Vincent's signal dropping perimeter guards with headshots whispering death. Breach teams dynamited side panels, flashbangs erupting in blinding magnesium fury, screams cut short by point-blank bursts. Vincent led Vanguard, eagle barking thunder, two rivals shredded mid-sprint, crimson misting crates. Lily-covered flank, her shot surgical, kneecapping a shotgunner, finishing with center-mass double-tap, bile rising but resolve granite. Clear left. Chaos reigned, Molotovs shattering, flames licking girders, rivals countering with AK sprays stitching walls. A hulking enforcer charged Vincent, machete high, Lily's bullet felled him yards shy, saving the Emperor's skull. Gratitude flashed in glacial eyes, my dove. They pressed core chamber, bodies piling like cordwood, acrid cordite stinging lungs. Rival apex, Paddy O'Malley, Irish boss allied in Vargas's folly, pot-bellied tyrant with shamrock tattoos and gold grill, cowered behind machine gun nest, Lucas fate his final card despite boy's safety. Moretti. Call off dogs or I ventilate your blood. Bluff exposed, Vincent advanced unflinching, bullets ricocheting. Lucas home. Yours ends here. Lily flanked via catwalk, tossing scavenged grenade, boom shattering nest, O'Malley staggering, arm mangled. Vincent closed, pummeling face to pulp, final shot execution style into forehead, brain splattering concrete. Empire reclaimed, pallets of product torched in pyre, cash incinerated to ash, witnesses silenced. Vincent slumped against wall, old wound seeping, Lily bound at triage quick, their blood mingling on hands, vow renewed in gore. Chopper exfil whisked them to private area top the estate, surgeons on standby staunching leaks. Vigil reignited, Lily at bedside, fingers laced with his, Luca sneaking contraband cannoli past nurses, Nana invoking saints. Vincent roused growling pain, pulling her atop sheets. You fought like born Moretti. Confession poured amid morphine haze, Empire's cage, dove. Built on brother's bones, father's grave. For you, I'd raise it. Her tears traced his scar. Not raise. Reform. He vowed dissolution, ports legitimized via her legal weaves, casinos shuttered for resorts, hits replaced by boardrooms. Peace? For our fire. Passion consummated reclamation in penthouse master suite, city sprawl glittering fealty below. Vincent shed bandages defiantly, body map of battles pressing hers to silk expanse. Wife eternal. Hands worshipped, thumbs circling peaked nipples, mouth suckling throats claim marks, fingers delving velvet heat to curl devastating. Lily arched, nails raking back, guiding his length, thick, pulsing, to her core. Union symphonic, slow grind building to frenzy, her walls milking as he piston deep, growls devolving to please. Possess me, she gasped, he complied, flipping to pin, thrusts punishing ecstatic, release exploding in tandem, his seed flooding, her cries echoing vows. Collapsed, tattoo gun procured from safe, she etched V scripted elegant on inner thigh, he mirroring dove over heart, ink sealing indelible. Nana's lavish reception crowned triumph days hence, estate ballroom reborn in opulence, chandeliers cascading diamonds, tables groaning tiramisu towers, branzino grilled herb-crusted, vintage prosecco flowing. Made men toasted, La Regina, Luca in tiny tux showering petals, Rosa presiding scepter rosary. Vows reaffirmed secular, Vincent's ring-kiss possessive, Lily's gaze promising equals. Dances swirled, his hands low on hips amid slow foxtrots, whispers of airs kindling. Luca dubbed her Mama Dove mid-waltz, family web unbreakable. Yet darkness tendrils persisted, Empire's ghost demanding obeisance. Final heist beckoned, midnight raid on federal impound seizing evidence vaults, Lily's loopholes greenlighting reclamation, Vincent's crew's vanishing files in smokescreen. Penthouse aftermath feral, her bound spread eagle to four-poster, blindfolded silk heightening senses, feathers teasing, ice cubes melting trails, his tongue worshipping every quiver till she begged. Penetration masterful, alternating shallow teases and hilt-deep invasions, edging to madness before shattering stars. Possession absolute, his dominion her throne, her light his salvation. Lily transformed, no timid lawyer, but queen forged in bullets and bedsheets. Vincent cracked irreparably, tenderness tempering tyranny, lazy dawns with espresso and confessions, Luca's lessons in mercy. Empire evolved under dual reign, legit ventures blooming, shadows receding. Heart raced not from fear, but name on lips, dove. Most perilous truth? Captivity chosen, love's chains voluntary ecstasy. In Mafia's velvet vice, they reigned eternal. If this dark romance saga gripped you, hit that subscribe button for more twisted tales of possession and passion, your next obsession awaits.